first opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Browns had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. A handoff as they run the counter play. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like,
touchdown, Browns! Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Herbert on third down now. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw, it's Murray. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Murray. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Running on first down, Ekeler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays to go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Fielded at the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Shotgun now for Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Touchdown! Juwan Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. Finding Hardman here over the middle. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He's got the first down and more than that. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Murray going to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around. One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway from the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the foot. He's by himself. Keenan Allen, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Herbert on first down now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Herbert. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have a Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kyler Murray, 50 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really can.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray with his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns have made it a three-score game now here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. K.J. Hamler, 42 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. This one swung out to Williams. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Murray now. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
One receiver left, that's Allen. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Touchdown, Browns! Keenan Allen, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So an important touchdown right there, is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Herbert throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Herbert now. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett from 10 yards out. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Herbert. That's caught. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense.